Sorry, boomer moment. Forgot to unmute. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Welcome to a Blast from the Past Reviews, where this week we're just going to have a nice, light, easy, slapstick fun time with Megan's pick, Ernest Goes to Jail. I, as always, am Steven, and my wonderful co-host, Megan Leigh. How are you doing?
I'm getting over cold, so I'm great.
Oh,
I feel like I sound really weird. Everything sounds weird, but maybe I don't sound how I think I do. Anyway, it's fine.
Got that ear liquid pressure thing going on? Yeah. Yeah. It makes you sound like tinny and hollow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you sound weird to me, and I feel like I'm going deaf.
I didn't even notice.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So you're good. Now you just let everybody else know, though. You could have gotten away with it.
If I mute myself and turn off my camera, I'm blowing my nose. Just you're not like doing that in front of people. It's gross.
Yeah, no, you gotta do
especially
the
not with a mic and no.
Oh yeah.
I can't
just
stand
had
people that do that in front of you, and you're like, oh, stop! Like, please turn around, walk away. I don't know, don't do that.
Yeah. Oh man. I had somebody at work one time. We have like this bin full of it's packaging paper, and we get it coming in on packages. We don't feel like buying new stuff, so we just sort of chuck it in this bin under a table. Yeah. And a guy blew his nose, and I get like it's all paper sitting there, but like he blew his nose right in front of me and then throws it into the packaging paper area, and I'm just like, hey man, that's not trash. That's my paper. I use that. That's the trash can, which it's like clearly it's a 50-gallon brown drum trash can.
Gross.
And he's just like, oh, okay. And it's just standing there. I'm like, I have to wait like 5 seconds before I go, get your snotty tissue out of my paper and put it into the trash can. You think I'm going to do it for you?
Oh, yuck.
Yeah.
No.
People
okay.
No, it wasn't. It would have been one thing if it was just the honest mistake. It was the fact I had to tell him.
Yeah.
To get that out of there. No, this is wrong. Let's say hi to the chat. Phil, how's it going? Always glad to have you, Phil. And Optic Racer.
Phil's gonna love your choice coming up next week.
He is. Yes.
Love it.
You'll definitely want to be around for. I mean, you're going to be around for this movie too. You'll want that as well. But the next one's right up your alley, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Optic Racer, how's it going? Has not seen this movie. Okay, well, you'll just get a couple of spoilers here and there. It's a slapstick comedy.
Completely slapstick.
Yeah. Excuse me for 1 second. You know what? You said something about the blowing the nose. I just have to wipe my face, and I don't want to feel subconscious about it. I got a cat nose right on my hair. Wait, where's the? There we go. Yeah.
Dude, you're like me. You don't have an avatar.
I do on my other account.
I had one, and now it's gone. I don't understand.
Huh? That's weird. Weird.
One during the
The thing.
The thing.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, I have one on my other account. I rarely go off camera here, so I don't have it set up yet. I should though. I think the other one I have the black white supremacist from the Dave Chappelle skit. That's it's
okay.
I thought it was funny. It's a great skit. Dave Chappelle was amazing. Still is. But his show, 10 out of 10. Loved it. Let's see. Got a Duck Dangerously in here. All the Ernest movies were good. I really like Ernest Scared Stupid as a kid. This was my first time seeing any of the Ernest films. Had not seen any. Just a couple of clips, mostly from like when Ords plays them on his channel. Oh, I think Phil has the same DVD I got. It was like, it was the best option. I just got all 3 movies in one set for this. We have a Robert Lowry, a mostly peaceful lurker. Are you a fiery but mostly peaceful lurker? That's the question, Robert. And Duck Dangerously, how's everyone doing tonight? Oh, hey, you finally picked a movie that Phil's seen. Wait, this movie's not on Tubi? This is like right up Tubi's alley. How is it not? I'm speaking in Korean this whole time. What did I...
It's because I said you sounded weird.
Oh, okay. I was like, Korean? I don't... First off, Korean's not a language, but now I'm just nitpicking. It's Hangul. And I do not speak it.
Oh. Excuse us. To be specific here.
I only know that because a former coworker of mine had spent some time in Korea and he never shut up, so I heard a lot about Korea.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Let's see. Optic Racer asks if you remember that you can do an episode on Dirty Rotten Scoundrels or another movie that Tubi has.
Yes, I haven't even gone to look on Tubi. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I'm just in survival mode in my life right now. Like, truly. It's been like that for months, and it's going to be like that for a few more. Mm-hmm. Not lying.
Yeah.
Soon things will calm down.
Yep. Just gotta keep going forward. That's right. The goal. Have you seen Dirty Rotten Scoundrels?
It sounds familiar. I probably have, and I don't remember, or I've just like seen lots of clips from it. You know. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure. But I mean, I've heard of that movie.
Okay, yeah. It's a good one. I like me some Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. It's a good movie. It's a comedy that doesn't... I don't know, it works out well. It's a comedy, but a little bit different. Like, they actually try to have a plot going with it. That's, not... Most comedies kind of go into the realm of just, like, whimsical and weird. This one tries to stay a bit more grounded, but it really works well. Let's see... should have seen these movies and others of Jim a long time ago. Let's see. Robert is partly fiery and mostly peaceful lurker. Let's see. When don't I sound weird? I don't know. I think I pretty much sound weird.
I'm not going to comment on that one.
You know what does sound weird? I forgot to put the music on.
Oh, that's what's missing.
That's what's missing. I knew something sounded off. Is this even playing? Oh, there it is.
It's very quiet.
Yeah, I didn't want it to be too loud. I don't like that one. That works. That one works. Let's see. The Dirty Rotten Scoundrels remake was awful. It had Anne Hathaway and Rebel Wilson as the two scoundrels. Oh, why did they remake that movie? It was great the way it was. Steve Martin, Michael Caine. You had a solid cast there already. Why switch it up?
It's what they do.
Yeah, that's especially these days. It's, hey, old thing that was good. Let's make it bad. So, what are your overall thoughts on the movie? Why'd you pick this one? Top 10s, likes, dislikes, and aspirations?
Wow, that's probably a little deeper than I'm gonna go. But honestly, lately I just need pure, lighthearted escapism in my life, and easy to watch. Not a lot of brain work needed. But it's like super entertaining, and he's actually a very physical comedic actor. And I also really enjoy this one because he plays two different characters, right? Yeah. And it's actually amazing to me how he embodies those two characters and how much he like, it's obviously him, but at the same time, the facial expressions he does as Ernest are not there when he's the other character. Like it's so weird, but it's so well done. It's very subtle in some ways, but like as Ernest, he's very incredibly expressive. But as this other character, his face is more still,
Mm-hmm.
which can be very difficult because I kind of makes me wonder as an actor, because all actors, no matter what, some of their true quirks are going to come out into their characters. And so I'm like, okay, is the actor very, very expressive with his face? And I feel like he must be, because he's got like a lot of lines and expression marks, right, on his face, like wrinkles and all that. But that takes a lot of control to not, like, it takes a lot of control to not fall into those habits if you're a very expressive person. Like, say somebody who just, like, they talk with their hands a lot. Okay, so you got to bring that down. You're playing a different character. Probably this other character doesn't talk with their hands. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
It's got to be hard for Italians. It's just so natural for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that with the two characters things. Like, I immediately noticed, like, he had one eye. Like, I don't know how he does it, but like one eye was like sitting down a little bit. Like, he was kind of squinting with it, but like it wasn't just a squint. Like, it's almost like he had this one of the muscles in his face. He was like pulling it down a little bit. I mean, he's like, his facial expressions, his ability to control his face, it's like, I'll say like 1, maybe 2 clicks below Jim Carrey with like the facial control works right there. Like, I kind of joked while I was watching it, saying like, yeah, he's like great. He's the great value Jim Carrey. He's a generic brand Jim Carrey for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was good. Yeah, it was just an enjoyable slapstick movie.
It's really not that deep.
it really wasn't. It really wasn't. It was nice to just sort of sit down and just consume something. That's kind of how it felt a little bit.
Yep.
It didn't feel forced, though. It felt like it was just a group of people who wanted to just have fun on camera. That's how it felt. I definitely did have a lot of appreciation, though, for like the stunts that they had set up and all the practical effects. Like, I could tell that a lot of work was put into those. Like, seeing him flying across the ceiling in the opening scene, and I mean, some of it's kind of like cheesy 90s, like pre-CGI, like the lightning effect, but I've watched so much Star Trek Next Generation that I have zero problems with the cheap lightning effect. So that was fine, but a lot of the stunts they were pulling, and like his whole house and the whole set there, how everything's moving and it's all, you know, everything's like larger than it should be. Like, he's almost this tiny person when he's inside of there. It was almost like Looney Tunes come to life. That's kind of how it was. It actually reminded me a little bit of, because of that Looney Tunes comes to life, of the last Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Because that's kind of how those movies go. They start off as more of a serious horror film, a slasher, definitely in the first one, but as the films progress and until you get to the last one, Freddy's Dead, I mean, by the time you get there, he's straight up pulling like Wile E. Coyote styles, like Rube Goldberg stunts on people. I think at one point in time he drops somebody. I think he turns into a plane or something, and he drops somebody from the sky and then wheels a bunch of spikes out onto the ground for them to fall onto. Like, this was a less gory version of that. That's what this was. And instead of blood and guts, it was like soap bubbles. Yes. Yeah. But I did enjoy it. It's just a sit down and enjoy. It would be good if you like had to do chores or something.
You want something in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Let's see. Wait, there were 9 Ernest movies?
There's a lot out there. I haven't seen them all. I think I've seen like 3 though.
Yeah, I've only heard of the 3. What is it? Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Scared Stupid, and Ernest Goes to Jail.
There's a Christmas one, I think.
Is there? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing them on the shelf in Blockbusters. That's kind of
Blockbuster.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just remember seeing them there. I'd walk past the comedy section and I'd see all of them. And because I was a dumb kid, I would always grab the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which in retrospect is a horrible film, but when I was 5, I loved it.
Is it that live action one?
Yes.
I've never seen it. But people have been talking about it a lot recently just because of the Super Mario, the animated one that's out right now.
Yeah. Oh, is that out already?
Yeah, it came out Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe earlier. I'm going to go see it maybe tomorrow.
Okay. I have not been paying attention to new movies, I will admit. I do want to go see John Wick 4. I still haven't done that.
Was so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
So good.
No spoilers for me. I don't want to know. I'm going to go see it.
You're going to love the ending.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Ernest Goes to Africa, The Army, there's a family album. Wow.
Oh, I haven't heard of those ones.
Oh, okay, I won't get sidetracked. I was just going to mention there is another movie coming out. For any horror fans out there, it's worth a check. Russell Crowe has a new movie coming out called The Pope's Exorcist.
I saw? I don't like horror movies, but I saw an ad for that one and I was like, whoa, that looks intense.
Yeah.
I think it looks really intense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to go see that one.
Ever done horror movies?
I don't know if he has.
Like thrillers, but like not actual horror.
He's more into typically like drama. Like he wants to do
drama,
a character
action.
study.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
Yeah, he did an interview with The Critical Drinker recently when he said he's typically not a fan of horror movies, or even for watching. He's just not a big fan of them, but he really liked the character in this because it's based off of a true events. It's inspired by more so true events, and it's a real guy who was the Vatican's exorcist, and he worked directly under the Pope. And yeah, apparently he did like tens of thousands of exorcisms, or at least like went and investigated all of these exorcisms. Like this was his job for like 20 something years.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Don't they get psychologists too, just to make sure that like it, or am I crazy?
I think so. I think it depends on like what kind of exorcism.
I've always found that just kind of fascinating.
Yeah.
Like creepy, but fascinating.
Yeah, I know a lot of priests do actually have psychology degrees. It isn't just in The Exorcist, the movie. It's not just that. Or they'll do a lot of them will get something along the lines of being like a therapist, because that's like half of what they do.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Optic Racer. Noticing my shirt. Yes, The Void. The movie where the two brothers go back to the UFO cult. That is not The Void. No, this is a Lovecraftian style film. I highly suggest it might be on Tubi or Freevee. If it is, I highly recommend The Void. If you're into Lovecraftian style slasher flicks, this is a great one to go with. But yeah, shall we hop into the movie?
Let's do it.
All right. There we go. All right, and we should be safe with this one. I did the editing stuff. Now, I didn't just pick out the scenes. It's the whole movie, so we'll kind of have to... I got the timestamps written down, so I can flip ahead when need be. But we're just starting off. This is right after the credits roll, the title credits roll. Oh yeah, the security guards. I found them weird. They were just weird.
They were definitely weird. And these two guys, I think, are in all the movies, or at least the ones that I've seen. And they play kind of the goofy, whatever, dumb,
Yeah, they're.
But they were especially weird in this one.
Yeah, like how the one guy just sort of stares, like.
Yeah, like he can't talk or something. I'm like.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I found them both a little weird, for sure. They were just a little bit extra.
Yeah. The small guy reminds me of a chicken. That's what I think when I see him. I think we'll be seeing it especially here soon when like he does his weird stare
He's super
thing.
gun happy.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. Yes, it's Fat Boy and Barney Fife's cousin. Yes.
Do I have to tell you about the bank procedure? Do you realize you could have caused a serious accident here, perhaps even a bloodbath? This man is a coiled cobra ready to strike. At the
Oh,
slightest
God.
Sorry, I just got working on this old polisher switch and I just forgot.
Do not flick the switch. That's what it says. He always does the exact thing he's not supposed to do, Ernest. Every time.
Yes.
Every time.
I'll be able
And
to
they actually kind of that's actually a bit of foreshadowing there. Hey Kitty, yes, thank you for helping me. They actually do a bit of foreshadowing with him messing with the switch, because that comes back like for the end sequence.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I has a
His
helper
dreams.
cat.
Oh, she's so fluffy.
I mean, it's like obviously sped up footage here,
Yeah.
but it actually it looks good for, you know, just stunts.
Uh-huh.
I'm sick of this police man. Listen, something was
I love that view of everything going crazy outside, and
Yeah.
the
They're just
security guards that
jamming
are
out.
so serious about their job have no idea. Like, look at his face, all the expressions.
Yeah.
So exaggerated, that's what it is.
There aren't even buttons on the front of that radio, are there? He's just hacking away at it. I just noticed when he did that, they actually like split the molding there.
It's like a track.
Yeah.
It's on a track up there.
Yes, yep, that's some serious dancing.
Whoops. And this is Ernest.
Yep.
This is his life. But we needed to see that part of him getting electrocuted, because it
Yeah.
explains things.
And that sort of that's like the one of the things that keeps happening to him. He's just constantly electrocuted.
Yes. Yes,
And
he is.
somehow gives him superpowers. He's that much.
He gets
of a living
magnetized
cartoon.
by it.
Yeah.
He becomes a magnet. Because apparently electrocution turns you into a magnet.
Yes. If you're human rubber, like
Mhm.
Ernest is, then yeah.
Which he basically is, because like he can fall and get knocked around and nothing happens. So
Yep. I mean, he falls like 200 feet in this movie, and it's just gets back up.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
Only him and Bugs Bunny can do that.
exactly.
Duck Dangerously says the sale of box turtles went up 32% the year Ernest Goes to Camp was released.
I've never
Actually-
seen it, so I don't. Yeah.
I guess he has a
Remember
pet
the box
box
turtles in
turtle?
that movie though.
Yeah. No box turtles were hurt during the making of this film.
Oh man. Here it is.
No, yep. And he's just so expressive the whole time.
Yes.
I feel like he would also do really great with just some, not exactly silent, but non-verbal roles, like just a 15-minute short of him getting into trouble, not saying anything, and having to do all of it with his face.
Yes, and so now you've reminded me of what one of my notes was that I lost. So, have you ever watched Red Skelton?
Yeah, I've seen
Okay,
some
so-
of his stuff.
It reminds me of that just a little bit, how Red Skelton was very physical in his acting.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, just not a lot, but like, I just kind of wonder where he got all his inspiration. What did he watch? What did he decide to because, you know, all actors would do that. They're going to take from here, here, and here and make it like a good actor will take different parts from and whatever they're inspired by other different actors in movies and shows and whatever stage play, and they'll kind of put that into the character they're going to portray.
Yeah.
So I just wonder, like, what did he take from?
Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see some Red Skelton there mixed with, I mean, it was around the time he probably was inspired a good amount by Jim Carrey, because, well, this would have been a bit before Jim Carrey, actually.
I think it is a bit before Jim Carrey.
Yeah, this would have been like 80s Jim Carrey would have been what he would have seen, which he wasn't doing too much. He was still doing like Johnny Carson, stand-up skits and the like. Yeah, he hadn't even done In Living Color yet.
Yeah. And these great big heavy, like,
those things are super heavy. If they're full of papers, and at a bank they are. Those things are super heavy. It's
and all of a sudden that piece of cardboard or wood or whatever is, and all he's got to do is walk past the safe and it, like, opens.
It's just, yeah.
This bank is a disaster.
Right? You can't defend yourself against one magnetized man. You're just ready for robbers. That's it.
It looks like rubber.
I think that's all like foam covered in metallic paint there.
Oh, look, there goes his magnetization.
Yep. He's got to get hit in the face enough.
No problem.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So
When I first got my, I have a 6-shooter 22 pistol. It's a single action. When I first got it, the first thing I wanted to do was spin it around my finger like that. And I had to stop myself. It's like, that's unsafe. It's not a good habit to build, but all right, it's not loaded. We're going to be stupid here. I had to be 5 years old again and spin it around.
Yeah.
I made sure it was not loaded, but yeah, there's a reason women tend to outlive men.
It's true. Yeah. All the dumb things guys do, I tell you.
Yep. Let's see. He was in Living Color. Yeah, Jim Carrey, not Jim Varney. Jim Carrey was in Living Color. Was in Living Color. I don't know how many ins to add there. Oh, yeah, I think that was kind of the opening sequence we wanted to cover. The next one was the date prep. Let's see, that's a bit farther in. Yeah, this is where we still haven't seen the other guy here. Oh, wait. There we go. I think this is the first we see of his house, but this isn't where we get the tour of it.
Yeah, we do see some of his house.
Yep.
And I think, is he in Florida?
I don't know.
I feel like he's in Florida. I don't know why.
He seems like a Florida man.
He really does seem like a Florida man.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And give him some bath salts and he's ready to eat somebody's face. That's drop an anvil on their head before he does it.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, sure, Charlotte. You just want to show me the ropes. You just want to give me a leg up to the bottom rung of that little ladder called.
His house is like a weird science experiment everywhere.
Yes. Oh, look at his closet. Oh
yes.
My gosh. He has all the they're all the same outfit.
Yep. It's showing us that he's not just wearing the same clothes all the time. They're different clothes. They just look the same.
And like he's got them all hanging like oh my god.
Yes. Well, he has to know like where they go on his body, so he presets them.
I've never understood why I had such a profound effect on women.
All the different inventions he has.
Yeah.
Like he plays a character that's like so dumb. And yet, look at all these inventions he's made.
Yeah.
Not that they're the best, greatest inventions, but at the same time, that takes some amount of creativity and smarts. Like,
Yeah, he's
in a way.
mechanically minded.
Yes.
I just realized he's still wearing his denim vest
Yeah.
in the washer.
And his dog is like, this is a normal day.
Yep.
You guys, this is what we all need.
Yeah.
And he's got that shower cap on his hat.
On his hat, yeah. I think the fuzzy dice had a really good note
They
to
do.
that right there.
They do.
Well, there's my problem right there. Like this little wire got a little cord in it.
No, he's magnetized again.
Yep. But just a little bit this time. Oh man. Yeah, that was a short one, just the date prep.
Just to see a little bit of Ernest.
Yep.
Just
And
a
it's
little
just
bit more
a-
of his personality.
Yeah, his house is kind of just an extension of his personality. We get to see a bit inside of his mind, looking at his house.
Yeah, that's how his brain works.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Yeah, now we get to properly see his house. Oh, and of course the two security guards have this crappy camo van.
And it's so very conspiracy theorist
Yeah.
style.
Yeah, like they have multiple bomb shelters
Oh yeah.
at their house. Yeah. They have like different bomb shelters for different kinds of bombs. They're like, all right, here's the hydrogen bomb shelter. Here's an incendiary bomb shelter. Because they wouldn't just build one to cover all
Oh
of
no.
them.
There'd be at least a couple. Actually, I think their front yard is like a minefield or something.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. It is.
Yeah.
Boy, how you been? Miss you, Daddy? Let's see what we got.
And I did like the dog being named Rimshot because it's just a bit of a nod to like the old comedy of the ba-doom-tsh.
Look at the rest of his house. It's crazy.
Right? It's like if Bill Nye did meth.
It's got such an interesting mix of like kids' toys and high school lab and yeah.
This is
Yeah,
great.
it's-
I don't believe it. Jury duty. Look,
Jury duty.
I've been
Who
Yeah.
gets excited about jury duty? For real.
Only Ernest would be excited about jury duty.
I feel like if his dog could talk, his dog would be the one that's like
Bobby.
super wise and everything.
the dog is the voice of reason.
Yes.
For him. Yeah. So you should try and get out of that jury duty, Ernest. Go in and like say something crazy. You know what? Just be you.
Uh-huh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Shot, Bobby.
Oh yeah, there's the minefield.
There's a minefield. Target practice in the house. Oh gosh. We're totally in Florida. We have to be.
This has to be, yeah.
Shot, Bobby.
Barbed wire around the walkway.
You're in the line of fire. Move it. Pick him up. Put him down.
Pick him up. Put him down. Oh my gosh.
I'm the luckiest guy.
Oh, my
They
heavens.
chose me out of hundreds, thousands of others.
He's super excited about jury duty.
Oh man, I am glad I'm gonna knock on wood here. I have never been picked for jury duty. I've had the letter come in. I send it back. Never heard anything from him again.
I never was picked for jury duty in Canada. And then since moving to Texas, I've been picked twice.
Oh man.
But because I am not a citizen,
Mm-hmm.
that's how I can get out of it. So
Yeah.
but I'm like, twice? What the heck? Like,
I just show up wearing a Klan hood, and they're like, "Oh no, you're good. You can go." That's.
oh my gosh.
You know what? If that ever happens, I might actually try that. I might see how that goes.
I feel like that's not gonna end well, but you know.
It's. I'll put it on right before I get into the courthouse. Just ask some very pertinent questions. Be like, of what ethnicity is the defendant here? Oh, I definitely want to be on this jury.
Yikes! Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I am gonna save that. I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket for a rainy day. I'll have to get a Klan hood, but that's minor. I'm in the South. I can find one. Somebody sells a Klan hood around here. Just get
a white sheet, right?
Yeah, I think you gotta use a fitted sheet and get the corner of the fitted sheet. I think that's how they do it.
I hold a man's life in the palm of my hand.
I hold a man's life in the palm of my hand.
Yeah.
That's really scary, Ernest, because it's you. Can you imagine? Ugh.
Like the last person.
This is possibly the kind of people that could be picked for jury duty, and if it's you, like, dear God in heaven, you hope you have some real smart people on your jury.
Yep.
Yeah, God, I hope to God you do, because if we have a bunch of Ernests,
it very well could be. You could get a panel full of people whose IQ is equal to the room temperature. And it's. I swear I didn't do it.
Yeah, it's entirely possible.
Yikes. Yeah, and I'll let you know, in the business I'm in, there's a lot of people like Ernest out there. There's a whole lot of them. I sees them all the time. Let's see. Oh, I think the next one we had ready to go is the Doppelganger reveal.
Yes.
We can see the difference with the two faces. Yeah, I shot clerk, and then he said, "I shot the clerk." Yeah. You gotta be careful.
This part where he broke his pen and oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that part kind of
was
like
gross.
Yeah, it weirded me out. Like, I can watch some really bad horror movies with some grossness to them.
It was super uncomfortable. I was very uncomfortable. I was like,
yeah.
I know.
Yeah, no, I didn't like it. It was the viscosity and it wasn't. It was translucent black.
Yeah.
Stuff like it looked like. It reminded me a little bit of the Metamucil and ink toner that they dump Riker in season 1 of TNG. Like, he gets completely dunked in it, but for some reason, someone being completely dunked in like all black goo is not as bad as like him smearing that semi-translucent stuff on his face.
And then eating whatever he ate.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
or something.
Oh, yeah, that scene weirded me out. I'm like, what am I watching here? Oh god. Oh, yeah, here's the face reveal. And we've got discount Mr. T as well.
Mm-hmm.
We make the switch. You get in on the jury and find me innocent, and you walk away a free man. And I make sure this guy, Ernest, gets what's coming to you in and out. Bam, bam. Yeah, I'm a real big fan of the early release program.
Yeah,
he changes his whole face.
Yeah. And it's like a little bit covered there, but like the eye is just like he does this weird squint thing the whole time. It doesn't, like, when I do it, you can see me like pulling up on my lip right here. But when he does it, like, he manages to keep the rest of his face relaxed while just squinting.
And he what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't look as no offense, stupid, because Ernest
Yeah.
has that kind of dumb puppy dog look.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like a lab. How they just have that dumb, adorable look. But like, as the bad guy, he does not have that dumb idiot look to him.
And like his whole body language is different too, because like he's standing up, he's standing upright a bit more. Like he hunches forward a little bit, but his shoulders are up and back, whereas Ernest like really hunches forward all the time with his neck down. Yeah, and just not just his face, but his full body language, along with the voice being different, much more stern. Like he does do a good job there.
Very physical actor.
Yeah.
Actors just don't do that anymore.
They don't. Let's see. Go back just a bit. Oh yeah, this is when he has to do his bad guy practice, and we get all the close-ups of him.
I love how he's like so excited because like, ooh, the jury is going to jail, and he thinks that everything. He thinks this is just part of the experience. Oh god.
Yeah, he really is he has this weird purity to him. And I think you're right with like the Labrador or like a golden retriever thing, to where like everything is exciting. Like with dogs, it's like, ooh, you got me a bone, it's my favorite thing. Ooh, dinner, it's my favorite thing. Oh, you're giving me pets, it's my favorite thing. That's Ernest.
Yes.
We're going to prison. Ooh, boy.
They're giving us food.
Yeah, he doesn't realize until it's too late that he's actually locked in.
You've got nothing to worry about. I'll make sure this thing plays just the way we laid it out.
Just make sure everything stays in line when you're in. I've got another deal working here, and there'll be a cut in it for you. That idiot you switched me for has a job in a bank.
I don't believe it. Sometimes the cards just fall your way.
Yeah. You just make sure nobody figures out that idiot isn't me.
Listen, you pushed me as far as you.
Well, the thing is, it's so funny to me that the guards didn't pick up on it. Because these guards work with these people like every day, so they get to know their personalities and stuff. And I mean, Ernest's friends are dumb enough that I feel like the bad guy could pass himself off as Ernest and they're believing him, but like in jail with all these people that are constantly watching you and they didn't notice anything. That's funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of convenient things that kind of have to fall in line with this movie. Yeah, it's
for sure.
It does. I guess it's when you get so ridiculous sometimes you just have to suspend disbelief on these things, or it's either that or everyone's an idiot. That's what it boils down to.
Yes.
Big things, right? And if you know what's good, you'll play ball.
Do kind of like how the big guy's just sort of hovering in the background the whole time, and his character doesn't really come out until the later part of the movie.
Well, then he'll just have to break my back.
I kind of like that.
Like that thing you guys.
And that hair is weird. I don't know.
Intimidated by physical threats against their personal selves, and ironically, not who am I.
Oh my gosh,
violence against other people. What do you mean? I mean, while you're being Mr. Nash in here, Mr. Nash is being you.
Mr. Nash is being you.
Yeah.
Working at your job at the bank.
I love how they have to just like really over-explain it to him. Like,
yes.
Hello.
Like every little detail, and even then, it takes him a minute for it to register.
Don't behave. You may have with someone you really care.
Charlotte? No.
No, man.
Well, sort of.
She's gonna sort of be dead if you don't play along.
Uh-oh.
You lay one finger on her and I'll...
Relax. She'll be all right. As long as you're
His hair is ridiculous. is quite ridiculous.
I will say some of the dialogue in this movie is pretty clunky. That's the dialogue is one of the lower parts, except for times when he's doing something really silly like this. That's where it works.
Yeah. And I wonder if maybe he ad-libs a lot.
He might.
And perhaps not all of the actors are able to follow
Kinda
as well.
keep up.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, because his...
You know, a lot of comedic actors like him, Jim Carrey, and all of that, they do like to do a lot of ad-libbing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not a strong actor, it could be difficult to keep up and to just keep going in a very natural way. And, you know, not get stuck on your lines, but to be able to move through that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think the monologues are probably where it's the strongest, when it's just Ernest just talking, you know, the very beginning of, one day I will work up to the high rank of clerk in the banking business. I will wear suits. And all of that. Like, that works, or as we'll get to a bit later here, actually I think it'll be the next one, is the death row speech. Like, that works.
Yes.
But when you get like more than two people talking, it starts to get a bit clunky. And I think you're right about that. They're just not keeping up with him.
Which happens.
Yeah. Plus, they probably didn't like send these people off to like an improv camp or something like that. It's a low budget, straight to VHS movie.
Yes.
In fact, I'm not sure. These might have come out in theaters. I'm not sure. They just seem like they were straight to VHS.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was straight to VHS, honestly.
Yeah. Which, if it was, that means they would have been a bit ahead of the trend, because that didn't really pick up until a bit later into the 90s. Like, yeah, not quite mid, but early to mid 90s. Really with Tremors. That was the first big one that did really well being straight to VHS. But here we go. The bad guy practice in the mirror. Which we get to see a good amount of his impressions here and the like, and he has a quality that I think would make him a really good voice actor. And I know he's done some voice acting. Like, he was in the Toy Story movie. Someone had mentioned it earlier. He was the Slinky Dog.
Yes.
In the Toy Story movies. Because, like, I know Hank Azaria, who played the maid in our last movie, The Birdcage, he just does bad impressions of people. Like the cops from The Simpsons, he does all three of the cops, the two partners and the chief. Like, one's a bad impression of Sylvester Stallone. Another, I can't remember who the other two are, but they're just bad impressions of other people. And I feel like he would be good at that.
You're the guy that shot my brother, and I'm the guy that's going to shoot you. You were the guy that shot my brother. I'm the guy that's going to shoot you. If it's God, you're one of you. Too old, huh?
Hey, yo, Murdoch. You're the guy that shot my brother, right? And I'm the guy that's going to shoot you, eh? All right.
He gets the lip going pretty good here.
All the cities and all the world, you've got to waltz into my place and shoot my brother. Play it, fam. Piano will cover up the shot. Well, you dirty rat. You're the guy that's...
I did really like that Sam Spade. Or no, not Sam Spade. That was Rick. Rick from Casablanca thrown in there. I thought that was that one was pretty good.
How's my brother? And I'm the guy that's gonna shoot you.
Well, you're the dirty scum-sucking pig dog that shot my brother. And I'm the man who's going to destroy you.
Oh, good old Rex Harrison.
The eye.
Yes. Oh man, that hair is so... That's the part of the 90s that just wasn't the 80s anymore. That's what that hair is.
At least you're not in the vault.
Yeah.
He's trying to figure out how Ernest got in the vault.
How do I get in there?
Like, he's got his hair slicked back too. Makes him look so different.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not wearing the hat.
Oh, sorry. Hey, I wouldn't let Mr. Pendlesmith catch me in his chair if I were you. And I'd get my feet office desk because you know how he feels about his famous golf trophy.
Gotta set up his famous golf
By the
trophy.
way, I had a real nice time the other night. I think it was really good for me to just get away from work and just have some fun.
I had a nice time too.
Baby, Ernest, sometimes you
That was a little creepy.
That was. Even his eyes changed though.
Yeah.
How are we
Like,
doing
They
behind
seem
the back?
cold. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He
Like, when
he
you
has a
look at
shark
him-
look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like shady, like untrustworthy. You know, you meet
Mhm.
some people and you look in their eyes and you're like,
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
you get that gut feeling, and it's just, I don't want to be
Somehow-
around this person.
somehow he did that with his eyes.
Yeah.
Because as Ernest, like we said, he's got that just like puppy dog look, you know? This
Yeah.
is not a puppy dog look.
And like it's almost like his face is very open as Ernest. Like he's he's
He's just an open book.
yeah, and with this it's very closed in, and he's got that furrow in his brow right there, and he doesn't really move his face much
Mhm.
when he talks. Like he almost speaks through a grimace a little bit. Yeah, gotta definitely give him credit on that.
Mhm.
That's I was just gonna leave you a note. About what?
About hot.
Oh, Ernest wants to formally apply for that clerk's job.
I forgot for a moment we were about to skip ahead. Oh yeah, there's a big gap here.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Yes, the next one is the death row monologue.
Poor
Pretty
Ernest.
close. I think it should be right around here. Oh no, got to show that.
Like,
This is why
what he did to the
bad-
house.
Yes,
He just like pimped it out.
He
He just
did.
looks like a pimp, and oh my gosh, so bad.
everything's like red satin or zebra
Yes.
tiger print,
Gold, and he threw the dog out.
and then animal cruelty on top of it. He deserves everything that's coming to him.
Yes, he does.
So it's come to this,
No, Ernest.
a pointless, miserable end to a shallow, meaningless life.
Shallow
But it's as it should be.
The lighting
And I've been
changes.
dealt my
Yeah.
So dramatic.
blade.
Wait, I just realized the silhouette in the background here is the Grim Reaper.
Wait,
You got,
what?
like, this- yeah, you got a Grim Reaper silhouette here. You got like
Oh,
a
wait,
black
yes.
hood. You've got the what is that?
The sickle or whatever?
Sickle, yes, or scythe, one or the other. I think sickle's the small one.
Yeah, the
scythe's
scythe is the big one. You're
Yeah,
right.
I don't know. It's one of those. Yeah, you got the Grim Reaper right there.
I did not even notice that till you pointed that out.
Yeah,
I just noticed like the lighting changed. It was like all dramatic, and it was almost like you were watching a stage play. You know?
Yeah, it's a spoof Shakespearean. That's
Yeah.
kind of what this feels like.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to cry because life's thrown me a curve. I'm not going to whine because I got mashed potatoes and French fries is what I really wanted. It's time for me to step up to the plate, belly up to the bar. It's
He's
time for
going
me
full
to look
stoic with this one.
Square in the eye, flare my
The
nostrils.
music in the
Breathe
background.
life's last breath.
Oh, grand.
Yes.
So I can soar with the eagle. All right, I'm ready. Come and get me. Let's do it. Come on, guys. All right.
The fact that the guards were pink, though. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I thought that was odd. Like it's Pepto-Bismol pink.
Yes.
That is super pink.
I don't know why, but yikes.
Yeah, I guess that's a thing.
I don't know what that choice is, like to make them ridiculous, because it's
I
ridiculous. I don't know.
I guess. Yeah, and they still have like the olive drab hats and like their
Mhm.
undershirts. But it's this bright pink jacket. I think somebody was high in the costuming department. They were just like, all the guards should be pink, man.
I bet there was just a sale on that material.
You know what? Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's a ridiculous movie anyway. Let's go with it.
Yep.
That's
it was probably
theory.
like a marching band had sold off a bunch of jackets and they're like, oh yeah, we can just like rip off the big frilly lapels and it'll be fine.
We'll refurbish these. It'll be great.
Yeah.
It does look like marching band jackets.
It does. That's
because low budget movies, you gotta cut corners where you can, man.
Yep.
And
Yep,
costumes
go to a thrift
are
store and
expensive with how big the cast can be. Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a surprising amount of props in movies that are, I mean, a lot of them they have like a props department, or they'll save things from previous films and like stick them in a, like the studio will put them in a vault and let people ransack them for later projects. But a lot of stuff winds up getting bought at thrift stores and antique shops. Those are like the two big ones.
No, when I was in theater school and we had to, as first years, we had to be like costume. We had to do all the behind the scenes stuff and make the sets for the older students that were graduating. We had to help with their shows, and we frequented Goodwill and all of that. Yep, 100%.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I imagine you'd have like Goodwill on speed dial, be like, hey, I need an old timey rotary phone. Do you have one?
We just spent our weekends. I mean, because they gave us a budget, right?
Yeah.
And then we would spend our weekends shopping.
I mean, that's at least like some fun extracurricular activity of like,
really
all right,
was.
we need to find this, this, and this, and then you're running around town
really
trying to find it.
And I mean, they had a room of stuff that we could go through, but there's always things that they're not there you have to get. Anyway, it's fine. But yeah, you just go with what's the cheapest.
But this close enough, right? We can paint it. Yeah, I get
exactly.
It. Yeah. Oh, but here's the quick shift on Ernest here. He's been very stoic and built up for walking towards the chair.
I don't want to die.
Oh, Ernest.
Yeah, lighting in the prison was weird. Like everything's got like this mauve, pinkish color to it.
Pastels.
Yeah.
This looks like something from Frankenstein or something.
Right? That's what I was just thinking too. Like the most Frankensteinian electric chair ever. And they don't strap him in or nothing. Now, this was before the Green Mile, so
Maybe a few last words.
maybe wouldn't pay as much attention to the small details.
I'm Ernest.
I'm Ernest.
And what is an Ernest, you might ask? A man with a past rich in both history and tradition. Should we punish?
Everybody's like, oh.
No.
That you speed things up. Okay.
Such a man should be set free.
I wonder how much of that audio they had to tweak to get those weird noises, or if that was just him.
I think he can make weird sounds. He goes all like zombie.
Yeah, he goes full Frankenstein with it, with the...
Yep. Unlocks all the doors as he goes past.
Hey, that's the best way to escape. Start a riot.
It's true. During a riot, everybody's...
They're all busy, trying to lock things down. All you gotta do next is blow up the gate. got a new kitty here. I was trying to get a hold of him, but he's a wily little shit.
So ridiculous.
Yes.
It worked before.
I feel like that was a voice in that was added later.
Right?
Got finger guns.
Oh my gosh. It's so ridiculous. The parts that we didn't go over were his other escape attempts.
Yeah, I forgot about those.
Oh yeah, what was it? Old lady, and yeah.
Yeah, and then he tried to build something with
a
toothpaste and.
Yes, and then he also tried to build a trebuchet and get himself launched.
Yeah, that's right. They took the basketball goal and tried to launch him, and he just flops right over.
Oh man.
That's what the other one was. He builds the gun out of soap and toothpaste.
Oh, and shoe polish or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Forgot about that.
So fun.
Better watch out. Outside you. You're a dead man, Laurel. There you go. You asked for it. After all, I am Ernest Goes.
He just looks ridiculous. All those things stuck on his face. Yes. The funny thing is, he no longer has that power, so all those magnets should have, all the things that are magnetized to him should have fallen off.
Yep, he's just a little magnetic, though. I don't know where he got the stethoscope.
Because the doctor that was in the room, they gotta check, make sure you're dead or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh no! Just a little glitter. Bye-bye.
There it goes.
Did I ever tell you that you have a
I don't even know how he does that. His whole mouth is like a rectangle.
Yeah,
when people smile, it's like a
a
half moon, but his is like a rectangle.
Yeah, it's it's weird, and that's what before I saw this movie and really had seen any clips, that was just the one image I always had in my head was the close up of his face that you always see where it's just
yeah.
And his mouth is just half of his head. God, I bet that guy could swallow his fist.
Oh man.
Lyle, you talk. That's great.
Have you flipped? We gotta get rid of this guy before he blows the whole thing. No, it's different than us.
Aw, this is where he turns all good.
Yeah. He turned his heart to gold.
Mr. Nash is about to rob the bank right now.
Nash, come with me.
You don't belong out there. We got a place in here.
Well, I'm gonna miss you, big buddy.
Ernest, things won't be the same without you.
Anybody does.
Things won't be the same without you.
I'll send you a cake.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we got you. Come on, Kyle. Hey, don't let him get away.
Let him get away.
Nobody has ever escaped this facility.
I think up next is just the chase scene, which I think we can skip past,
Yeah,
and then
we
it
can
gets
skip
to the finale.
Man.
Oh yeah, it's just sort of the setup for the bank robbery.
Yep.
Yeah, he has an intricate bomb. Evil Ernest, what's his name? Nash.
Nash, yeah.
Yes.
I was just thinking of him as Evil Ernest.
Yes. They should have given him a goatee, he was Bizarro Ernest, and then have him shave it off.
Oh, yes.
That might have been a little bit too on the nose. So here we are at the climactic ending. A bank heist.
No, he's got his dog with him.
Yep.
Don't say a word.
Oh yeah, you had to save him back at the house. That's right.
This is true. It's such a cute dog.
Get him in position.
Oh, Chuck. No.
You sure have a funny way of saying hello.
You hear me after what you did to Ernest? One of the sweetest, kindest men who ever lived.
Just shut it up. I'm touched.
I'm touched.
See, even they can't tell the difference between them.
It's
I
true.
feel like they should.
I feel like that too.
Well, sir, we
Like,
got-
even if a friend of yours had a doppelganger and, like, looks, because you know that happens,
Mhm.
and they say that most people have someone who looks exactly like them out there in the world.
Mhm.
But, like, there's gonna be little quirks that are gonna be different.
Yeah.
They're
I
just
mean,
are.
unless they're like, I mean, I guess it would be the equivalent of identical twins.
Yeah. Then you would know each other, though.
Yeah.
But to, like, completely be somebody else, you have to copy all their mannerisms.
Yeah. Or like even here we can tell like Ernest, not Ernest.
Mm-hmm.
Ernest. And obviously not Ernest.
It reminds me of The Parent Trap.
Yeah.
You know, they had the one girl acting as both.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Oh man, I think I caught that on like Disney TV years ago. Not even the original, it was the Lindsay Lohan one.
Oh, yeah. I've
Yeah.
seen both the original and the Lindsay Lohan one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I barely remember that, but yeah, that was when she was really young and before she started doing drugs and went off the deep end and wound up looking like a leather shoe.
Don't
Yeah.
do drugs, kids.
Yeah, right? You ever want a, like, better than any Dare program or anything
Seriously.
like that is look at before and after of Lindsay Lohan.
Before and after of any beautiful whatever celebrity and be like, hey, this is, and then this is after drugs. What do
Yep.
you want? You got to appeal to people's vanity.
Yeah. Yep. You can't do the whole, this is your brain, and then crack the egg into the pan. This is your brain on drugs. That doesn't work.
People are like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Like, you got take them down to Skid Row and show them, like, homeless, like, crackheads and stuff. Be like, this could be you. Stay away from crack, kids.
Poor Ernest. He really can't fight.
No.
He not a fighter. Oh, no. I forgot that gun was hidden in there. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, there's his one line.
It's one line, and I was surprised when he actually spoke.
Yeah. Gotta have the Mexican standoff.
Yuppers. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait, were those his own dogs that attacked him there?
No, I think they're the police.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
They came
sorry.
in and then they. Yeah, I don't know. What's going
Yeah.
on. A dog.
Just a few feet off.
Oh my gosh. Oh, man. Yeah.
I feel like the police would not let the prison guards in on this. They'd be like,
Right.
no.
Yeah. Because now it's like somebody else's territory.
Yeah. And, like, they're not all trained in the same tactics.
Mm-hmm.
At least they didn't give the cops those stupid pink jackets, too.
That's true. They look more like cops.
Yeah. Uh-oh. You gave Ernest his powers. Oh, you know what? This is like that 70s like comic book character cartoon. What was it, Birdman or something? That he was powered by the sun, and the end of every episode was like the bad guy would hit him with solar rays or something somehow and cause him to get all of his powers back. That's what this is.
Clothesline. This reminds me of like a bully in the playground, you know, the schoolyard.
Yeah.
Moment.
Yeah, like he needs to give him a wedgie at some point in time.
Exactly.
Could have dunked his head in a toilet.
Yep. And he's just like, in that moment, he's totally just playing off of the camera. He's not playing off of anybody else. Just make all the weird faces every time.
Yep. Be very, like, animated.
Yes. Yeah, right. Javelin! Impressive. But not.
That was some horrible
really
aim, though.
Yeah, that was really horrible aim.
Okay, that's some bad green screen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that green screen reminds me of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory when they drink the root beer and they're floating
yes!
up. Yeah.
Yes, you're right. There it is.
Yep. I wonder who they got to be the leg model there. Just all you have to do is be legs. Oh, and we're using the same track again.
At this point, he like is not even in the present moment.
Yeah.
He's like in his own little world monologuing.
Like there's bad stuff going on here, Ernest. This guy is trying to rob the bank. Your friends are going to get blown up.
And he's like, the chaos.
Yeah.
I'm flying.
He's just pure id. That's what it is.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and the switch.
Oh man.
That guy's scream. That was just weird. I was like, why does he keep doing this pterodactyl scream thing?
I'm coming. Don't worry, Charlotte. I'll save you. Give me that.
Wait, I just realized this is basically the end of the Iron Giant.
You're right.
That's
It is.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He's even got like the one arm out and everything.
Yep, he does.
Yep. The weird guy, the small guy there was the one who had like the most emotional range. Actually, like had his face kind of tight and did that. Everyone else just kind of looked at the camera for a second.
Thank you, manager.
Ernest wasn't a thief, he was a hero.
Maybe you're right. Stay the socket. And all of you, move over there. Come
And
on,
here's
move
where we have to have the denouement.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You'll never get away with this.
Yeah, I would. So, she's my ticket out of here. Come on,
Ernest, you're alive.
He literally has to like fall backwards into being the savior.
Yep.
I came. I saw. I got blown up.
I got blown up.
See, they even have a proper like a Looney Tunes ending right there.
Yes, they did. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Those aren't necessarily movies that I would like search out and I want to watch all of them, but sometimes you just need something completely mindless and silly and cheesy.
Yeah. And it's good for that, definitely. Just and that's kind of what I did with it too. Like what I watched it last week on I can't remember, like Tuesday or something. And yeah, like it had been a rough day at work, and like I'm kind of glad it wasn't like a deep drama or something that I had to like really dig into and pay attention to. It was kind of nice to just sit down. Like I think I poured myself like a vodka and seltzer. And I just had a drink and watched it and just enjoyed myself, laughed a couple of times for about an hour and a half. And you know, the plot's ridiculous. You don't really have to pay too much attention to it. It's just you're gonna see some good slapstick physical comedy there. It does almost feel like, I mean, if I'm gonna be perfectly critical about it, the plot like almost detracts from the rest of it a little bit. Like it would have been better if it was just, rather than having those in-between points, we just got back to the action. And it's already a short film, but maybe if they had cut out like 20 minutes of it and made it just an hour.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, because I have always, I mean, my personal opinion is I've always thought that the slapstick genre of comedy was always best in the serial format. Like it was originally done in with like Three Stooges and, you know, a bit of Abbott and Costello. They had some slapstick they did. It's, you know, like a 5-minute short.
Yeah.
That's where I think it really shines. And I know that's kind of where he started off, because his commercials he did like car dealership commercials to start off with, and that's kind of what got him rolling.
He's like a car dealer. He totally is.
Yeah, it's come on down to Crazy Jim's. We got great cars for you.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, Ernest movies are great turn-off brain films. Yep, and sometimes you just need those. You know, this isn't like a perfect film. It's not a 10 out of 10, but
no.
If you just want to watch something silly, this is a good one.
Yep. You just need to completely chill.
Yep. Definitely. Well, any like final thoughts on the movie? No? Okay. Yeah,
especially on this one. There's not like a lot you can say about it, let's be honest.
Not really. It's goofy. You know, if you're looking for something goofy, give it a shot.
Probably the most creative part about it was the sets.
Yes. That's what really like drew me in the whole time, was the sets and the actual stunts that they're pulling off. And I mean, some of them you can, you know, there's a couple of times it was green screen, but most of it was practical.
Yeah.
Like especially the beginning when he's like flying around the ceiling and stuff, like you can tell he's actually holding on to like some apparatus and it's flying him around back and forth.
Yep.
So I definitely had a lot of appreciation for that. But yeah, this was a good one. Oh, now that I think about it, for the next movie, not next week, but the week after, the next one, let me pull it up because I have an image here. Gonna do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's why I told you, Phil, Megan told you you'd be ready for this one. The 1990 not animated, but live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I really love this movie. We're kind of going with the comedy theme that we've had for a while here, but this it actually has a bit of drama added to it. It's kind of comedy, action, drama, good mix of all three. Some of the animatronics, I will admit, like the facial expressions are a little bit off, but it's still the fact that it's practical, that it's actually someone in a suit with an animatronic head, just adds that extra level of realism to it, that the mouth movements don't have to be perfect for it to work out well. So I'm looking forward to doing this one. I love this movie. I've probably seen it 1,000 times throughout my life.
I've definitely only seen it once.
Yes. Well, you'll see it again.
I'll see it again.
Yeah, it's a good, and it's a comic book movie. So if you ever get into the TMNT comics,
I honestly haven't. I've had a lot of people tell me to read The Last Ronin, but
I feel like you gotta have you have to know more of the backstory to read The Last Ronin. I don't know enough about the Ninja Turtles to really make that determination, but I've watched some reviews on it, and it seems like there's a lot of things you have to know going into it to really appreciate
I've only seen like the show.
Yeah. Like the 80s cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which that show was pretty much designed to sell toys. That's what
yes,
it's for.
100%.
And those were some awesome toys. TMNT toys were the best back in the day. This movie's actually like a weird mix between the comics, which are much darker and grittier, and the cartoon, which was very whimsical
light
and fun.
Yeah.
This gets a good balance between the two. So this will be a good one. Oh, yep. See, Phil's backing us up on that. You met one of the creators of the Ninja Turtles on Friday.
Last Friday?
Like last Friday? Nice. Dude. Oh, yes. Phil's favorite is the second one, Secret of the Ooze. When I was a kid, I loved Secret of the Ooze, but the original's the best. But yeah, that's what we got going on for next week. So be sure to tune in. Next week we're just going to be chatting about something. We'll figure something out. Probably do some articles again. Oh yeah, it was last Friday. Definitely. Was it Eastman or Laird that you met? Well, I'll see in the picture because I know those are the two original creators, were Kevin Eastman and Laird, Mike Laird, something like that. I can't remember their names. But yeah. Yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that in a couple of weeks. Oh, I also forgot to mention earlier the pinned comment on this in the chat there. Definitely check that out. That is the link to the GoFundMe to help out your coworker.
Yeah, help out my coworker.
Yeah.
Who he lost both his kids in a really horrible car accident. It was completely somebody else's fault. Mm-hmm. And then his fiance is in the ICU right now, and she's in really bad shape. And he originally thought that she didn't make it, so for 18 hours he thought all three of them were gone. So now he's just found out that she is still alive. Yeah.
I mean, so it's silver linings, but that's still that's horrific. It's a living nightmare. So definitely check that out. Thank you, Phil,
thanks, Phil,
for sharing that out again. That is one heck of a URL.
Yeah.
I should have checked and make sure. Okay, yeah, the one in the pinned comment or the pinned chat will lead you there, and I'll do a comment on the video once we end it, and I'll do a pinned comment as well, so you'll be able to find it there. But definitely help them out if you're able to, or just share it.
Just share it. Lots of people have been sharing it today. I know that's been helping a lot.
It seems like it. It's doing pretty well, I believe. Yeah, he's gained some money even just in the time that we've been doing this. So yes, any support right now. I mean, nothing's going to make this better for him, but support will definitely help.
It's always encouraging to know how many people are thinking of you and praying for you, and so that always helps. Just knowing people are. Because you always just feel so alone in times like this. So
Yeah.
Knowing that people are thinking of you and stuff, it helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Oh yeah. But sorry for ending it on a bit of a I mean, I don't want to say a low note, just I did want to put it out there and make sure people knew about that, because
hey, I was telling you, that's why we have these like silly slapstick escapism places we can go when we need to.
Yeah, something that's not gonna make us think about all of the awful things that happen in the world, not just to us but to other people. And you know, there's no politics or there's no message in this movie. It's just this movie really felt to me like a bunch of people just trying to have fun with a camera and some animatronics and like weird semi-translucent Metamucil stuff. That stuff still weirds me out.
I feel like that's a scene, like, yes, it showed how awkward he is, but at the same time, did they really need that? I don't know. We already get how awkward he is, you know?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, that was something about that stuff. It's like it's still in my head. Like, ooh, I don't like it. Ooh.
Yes.
Yes, there should be Mario Kart tonight over on Ords. I think we're doing it on Rumble now. I think Ords is now going full on over to Rumble. So keep an eye out on his Twitter for that. What do you have going on?
There's some things I should be doing.
Yep.
And I have a long weekend to do them. So yeah, I'm gonna. I know I did a review on Category 0 a few months ago, and so Adam has sent me the continuation of that series as an independent comic. So I'm probably gonna do a review of that and do a premiere video of that will come out like on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot more editing, those types of videos.
Yep. Yeah, you can't just speak at the camera and then hit go.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This one takes more work. But it's good. It'll be good.
Yep, there's Megan's YouTube
I'll probably
channel.
live stream this weekend, guys. As long as my sprained thumb lets me game.
You got some of that Luigi thumb going. Yep. Got to get yourself a brace.
And it's so dumb because it's not cool at all. I sprained my thumb playing Luigi's Mansion. Like,
yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it wasn't something hardcore.
It wasn't.
Yep. Wasn't like, I did a 20-hour Castlevania marathon and.
No, I did a 3-hour Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah. It's like I broke the controller and my thumb at the same time.
Oh, no. Nothing cool. Not cool, guys. It's lame.
Oh, also, everybody should go check out, you did an interview with Drunk 3PO recently about his indie comic, which looks interesting.
On Sunday. Go check that one out because it's going to be I'm excited for it.
Yes.
Just very lighthearted. It's aimed at kids, but I did interview Jay. He acquiesced to come on my tiny little channel. And yeah. It was fun.
That was a good one. You should check that out, everybody. Oh, and there are links in the chat. Thanks to Phil. There's Ord's Rumble, which is where I think I'll be later on tonight playing some Mario Kart. So everybody definitely check that out. Check out Megan's channel. I think that's everything. I think that is another successful stream.
For sure.
All right, everybody. Have an excellent weekend. I hope you had a good time with us here. Just relaxing and enjoying this movie here.
Hanging out.
Yeah.
We like to be chill here most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah. Especially this movie. Like I even thought about going like full on with what I feel like this movie is intended for, which is getting stoned on a couch with like a bag of Doritos. I feel like that's the intent of this movie. And I thought about going all out with it, but I didn't have the Doritos, so.
Well, can't do it then.
Exactly.
Need the Doritos.
Exactly. Well, all right, everybody. Have an excellent weekend. Glad you chose to hang out with us here to start it off. And yeah, keep an eye out in the future for more stuff. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in 2 weeks. And yeah, I think that's it. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
No. He's looking at you, kid.
Goodbye, Boo.
Kitty.
Kitty has to go.
I'll see you. Not if I see you first.
Shalom.
Grandpa? Maybe you could come over and read it again to me tomorrow.
As you wish.